What does it actually take to become one of the most admired figure skating pairs in the world? Most fans only see the final result. They see the medals hanging around their necks. They see the standing ovations. They see the emotional moments on the podium and the breathtaking performances that leave arenas silent before erupting into applause. But behind every perfect performance lies a story that few people ever witness. It is a story of sacrifice, trust, loneliness, determination, and thousands of hours spent chasing a dream that once seemed impossible. Today, we are taking a closer look at the remarkable lifestyle of Riku Miura and Ryuichi Kihara, the pair that transformed Japanese figure skating and inspired millions around the world. Their journey is not simply about winning competitions. It is about two athletes who found a way to believe in each other when almost nobody expected them to change the sport forever. Before they became household names among skating fans, both athletes were simply young dreamers trying to find their place in one of the most demanding sports on earth. For Riku Miura, skating became part of life at an early age. Like many young skaters in Japan, she was captivated by the beauty of the ice. The combination of artistry and athleticism fascinated her. Every day brought new challenges, new skills to master, and new goals to pursue. What separated her from many others was her relentless work ethic. Even as a child, coaches noticed that she approached training with unusual focus. While other children often became distracted, Riku remained committed to improving. She understood that talent alone would never be enough. Every jump, every spin, every movement required repetition. The process was demanding, but she embraced it. Meanwhile, Ryuichi Kihara was fighting his own battles. His path toward elite skating was far from smooth. Long before international success arrived, he experienced numerous setbacks. Injuries interrupted his progress. Partnerships changed. Opportunities came and went. There were moments when continuing in the sport seemed almost impossible. Many athletes would have walked away. Many athletes would have accepted defeat. But Ryuichi refused. Instead of giving up, he continued searching for a way forward. That perseverance would eventually become one of the defining characteristics of his career. At the time, however, neither athlete knew their futures would eventually become connected. Neither imagined they would one day form a partnership that would change Japanese pair skating forever. When Riku and Ryuichi first began skating together, expectations were relatively modest. Japan had enjoyed tremendous success in singles skating for decades. Names like Yuzuru Hanyu and Mao Asada had inspired generations of fans. Pair skating, however, remained a very different story. Historically, Japan struggled to compete consistently with powerhouse nations such as Russia, Canada, China, and the United States. The infrastructure was limited. The opportunities were fewer. The pathway to success was far less established. Because of this, many experts viewed Japanese pair skating as an uphill battle. Yet Riku and Ryuichi saw possibilities where others saw obstacles. From the beginning, they focused on building something special. Trust became their foundation. In pair skating, trust is everything. A single skater depends primarily on individual execution. A pair skater depends on another human being. Every lift requires complete confidence. Every throw jump involves risk. Every twist element demands precise timing. One mistake can affect both athletes simultaneously. That level of trust cannot be developed overnight. It requires months and years of shared experiences. Every training session contributed to that process. Every success strengthened their connection. Every setback tested it. Slowly, their partnership began evolving into something extraordinary. As their performances improved, so did their daily routine. The lifestyle of elite pair skaters is far more demanding than most people realize. A typical day often begins before sunrise. While many people are still sleeping, athletes like Riku and Ryuichi are already preparing for training. Morning workouts usually focus on conditioning. Strength training is essential because pair skating places enormous physical demands on the body. Ryuichi must generate enough power to lift, rotate, and support his partner repeatedly. Riku must maintain incredible body control while moving through the air at high speeds. Both athletes need exceptional core strength, flexibility, endurance, and balance. Training sessions can last for hours. And that is only the beginning. After conditioning comes on-ice practice. This is where the real work begins. Fans watching a competition see only a few minutes of skating. What they don't see are the thousands of repetitions behind every element. A throw jump might be practiced dozens of times. A lift might be repeated again and again until every movement feels automatic. Coaches analyze details that casual viewers would never notice. The angle of a hand, the position of a shoulder, the timing of a transition, the edge of a skate blade. Nothing is left to chance. Excellence is built through precision. One of the most fascinating aspects of their lifestyle is the amount of mental discipline required. Physical preparation alone is not enough. Elite athletes must also train their minds. Pressure at the international level is immense. A single mistake can determine the outcome of an entire competition. Millions of viewers may be watching. Judges evaluate every detail. Expectations continue growing. Learning how to manage that pressure becomes an essential skill. For Riku and Ryuichi, mental preparation became part of daily life. Visualization exercises helped them rehearse performances before stepping onto the ice. Goal setting provided direction. Consistency built confidence. Over time, they developed the ability to perform under extraordinary circumstances. Their success eventually attracted attention beyond Japan. Training opportunities abroad became increasingly important. This led them to Canada, where they would spend significant portions of their careers. Moving overseas represented a major adjustment. Life suddenly became very different. They were far from home, far from family, far from familiar routines. Language differences created challenges. Cultural differences required adaptation. Even simple daily tasks sometimes became complicated. Yet these experiences ultimately strengthened their partnership. Living abroad meant they spent even more time together. They navigated unfamiliar situations side by side. They learned to support each other both on and off the ice. This created a deeper bond than many people realized. Some of the most important moments in their journey happened away from competition arenas. They happened during ordinary days. Days filled with grocery shopping, meal preparation, recovery sessions, long conversations, quiet moments of reflection. Those everyday experiences helped transform teammates into trusted partners. Despite their growing fame, their lifestyle remained remarkably grounded. Unlike many celebrities, they rarely sought attention. Their focus stayed centered on improvement. Friends and coaches consistently described them as humble and hardworking. Success never changed their approach. If anything, it motivated them to work even harder. Nutrition became another important aspect of their lives. Elite athletes cannot afford to ignore what they eat. Food is fuel. Every meal contributes to performance and recovery. Maintaining the right balance requires discipline. Protein supports muscle recovery. Carbohydrates provide energy. Hydration remains critical. Competition seasons often require careful planning. Small adjustments can have significant effects. Recovery is equally important. Training pushes the body to its limits. Without proper recovery, injuries become more likely. Stretching routines, physiotherapy sessions, massage treatments, and rehabilitation exercises all become essential components of daily life. What appears glamorous from the outside often involves tremendous physical strain behind the scenes. One reason fans admire Riku and Ryuichi so deeply is their resilience. Their journey has never been free from adversity. Injuries are an unavoidable part of elite sports. Every athlete eventually faces challenges. The true test comes in how those challenges are handled. Throughout their careers, both skaters experienced difficult periods. There were times when progress seemed slow, times when goals appeared distant, times when uncertainty dominated the future. Yet they continued moving forward. Instead of allowing obstacles to define them, they used adversity as motivation. This mindset became one of their greatest strengths. Each comeback story added another chapter to their legacy. Each challenge made future successes even more meaningful. As their performances reached new heights, international recognition followed. Competition after competition, They proved that Japanese pair skating belonged among the world's elite. Suddenly, the impossible no longer seemed impossible. Historic results began changing perceptions. Young skaters started paying attention. Fans became inspired. Experts took notice. The sport itself began evolving. Riku and Ryuichi were no longer simply competing. They were creating opportunities for future generations. This responsibility carried significant weight. Being pioneers is never easy. Expectations grow. Pressure increases. Public attention intensifies. Yet they continued embracing the challenge. One of the most remarkable elements of their partnership is communication. Many people assume success comes purely from technical ability. The reality is much more complex. Communication influences everything. Partners must understand each other's strengths. They must recognize weaknesses. They must solve problems together. They must remain united during difficult moments. Over the years, Riku and Ryuichi developed an exceptional ability to work as a team. Disagreements happened. Challenges emerged. But mutual respect always remained. That respect became one of the foundations of their success. When fans watch them skate, they often notice something unique. Their performances feel authentic. There is a natural connection between them. Movements appear synchronized. Emotions feel genuine. This authenticity cannot be manufactured. It develops through years of shared experiences. Every competition contributes to that chemistry. Every challenge deepens it. Every success reinforces it. Another important aspect of their lifestyle is maintaining balance. Elite athletes face enormous pressure to dedicate everything to their sport. While commitment remains essential, balance also matters. Mental health becomes increasingly important. Taking breaks, spending time with friends, exploring hobbies, enjoying life outside competition. These activities help prevent burnout. For Riku and Ryuichi, finding balance allowed them to sustain excellence over time. The support of fans also played a crucial role in their journey. Throughout their careers, supporters remained incredibly loyal. Messages of encouragement arrived from around the world. Fans celebrated victories. They offered support during setbacks. They shared emotional moments. These connections created a sense of community that extended far beyond skating. Athletes often draw strength from that support. Knowing people believe in you can make a tremendous difference. Riku and Ryuichi never took that support for granted. They consistently expressed gratitude toward those who followed their journey. As years passed, their legacy continued growing. Records were broken. Medals accumulated. Historic milestones were achieved. Yet their greatest contribution may not be measured by statistics. Their true impact lies in inspiration. Young athletes now see possibilities that previously seemed unrealistic. Pair skating in Japan has gained visibility. Opportunities have expanded. Dreams have become more attainable. That influence will likely continue for generations. Looking back, their story feels almost unbelievable. Two athletes from different backgrounds, different experiences, different challenges, finding common purpose through a shared dream. Together, they built something extraordinary. Not because success was guaranteed, not because the path was easy, but because they refused to stop believing. Every early morning, every exhausting workout, every difficult recovery, every setback, every sacrifice, it all contributed to the story fans admire today. The lifestyle of Riku Miura and Ryuichi Kihara is not defined by fame. It is defined by commitment. Commitment to excellence. Commitment to growth. Commitment to each other. That commitment transformed them into champions. More importantly, it transformed them into role models. When future generations study the history of Japanese figure skating, their names will stand among the most influential figures the sport has ever produced. Not simply because they won medals, not simply because they achieved historic results, but because they showed what is possible when talent meets dedication, when trust meets perseverance, when two people choose to pursue greatness together. The crowds may remember the performances. The judges may remember the scores. The record books may remember the achievements. But the deeper story is about something much larger. It is about resilience. It is about friendship. It is about courage. It is about continuing forward when success seems distant. And perhaps that is why their journey resonates with so many people around the world. Because beneath the championships and headlines lies a universal message. Great achievements are rarely built in moments of glory. They are built during ordinary days. Days when nobody is watching. Days when motivation is tested. Days when quitting seems easier. Riku Miura and Ryuichi Kihara embraced those days. They embraced the process. They embraced the struggle. And through that commitment, they created one of the most inspiring partnerships in modern figure skating history. Their story continues to remind us that greatness is never an accident. It is the result of countless small decisions made over time. A decision to work harder. A decision to trust. A decision to believe. A decision to continue moving forward. And that, more than any medal or championship, may be the most powerful part of their legacy.